So they played his Joe Biden tape from yesterday. He's on some radio show, the Vice President of the United States, okay, who never really was a viable candidate for president, but he ran in every primary. He'd get his 2-3% of the votes. Well, now you know why. Van Jones was brought up, and Van Jones was a guy that was in charge. He was the green czar. He's the guy that sort of was involved with all the green jobs and stuff like that. Well, they brought up Van Jones because he's now involved with these 700 or 800 or thousands of kids that are protesting in New York and Wall Street and everything else. Well, Biden said he didn't know basically who Van Jones was, and the radio guy had to remind him he was in the administration with Joe Biden. I'm scared to death here. Now, you're also seeing the kids that are protesting Wall Street. Now, some people think that's a good message, okay? But when you talk to the kids, they talked to a kid yesterday, and you know what these stations are going to do. Try to find them. Some stations will put them in a positive way. Some stations in a negative. So the stations like MSNBC had a guy on with a suit coat yesterday telling what the protest was about. And then Fox went and interviewed 4 or 5 of the protesters. I don't know what we're protesting, man, but we're going to send a message. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're trying to compare it to the Tea Party. I want to ask everybody a question. When was 700 Tea Partiers arrested on the Brooklyn Bridge, like those people were arrested the other day? The Tea Partiers do have some sort of agenda and what they want to do and what they want to bring to the table. These kids don't know. They have no idea, but you know what they are? They're the kids that are getting paid by the Obama administration to be on unemployment and to have it extended so you could come down. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. The bankers are mad. Obama pissed off the money people now that we're all there for him. You're having organized protests, and Van Jones is one of the reportedly or allegedly guys, and you're going to get money from the banks again? That's not going to happen. We'll keep an eye on that. 999, Herman Cain. I was going to run in my own party for president, just a plain talking guy, but with the I got too many skeletons in the closet ticket. But Herman Cain, they keep calling him the pizza guy. See, the Democrats call him the pizza guy. He was the head of Pillsbury, but he's a pizza guy. He was the CEO of Godfather Pizza, but he's a pizza guy. He's worked in other viable, he's turned around businesses. The guy's a giant entrepreneur, but he's a pizza guy. Let me tell you something. He has tied Perry. He has tied Romney in a latest poll. And let me tell you something. He's going to keep going up because the fans, and I'm saying fans of tax codes, even if it's not true, the fact he's the only guy in both parties that want to do something with the tax code is a way and a reason for a means to an end. And do you believe what he says, or do you believe what everybody else says? I'm going to believe Herman Cain. I'm Mike North for the Village of Roosevelt. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it. Chicagoans, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, here in Chicago, this was in the Chicago Tribune, we're in store for a bad winter. Okay, like the other winners have been good winners, we're going to have another bad winter. Oh, by the way, and by the way, bad winners get rid of a lot of your problems. Crime and protesters that protest something they don't know about. So New York's going to wait for the bad winters. Chicago's going to have a bad winter. We had 150 people stranded on Lakeshore Drive. As a former Park District employee, make sure you put snow fence up between the lake and Lakeshore Drive so the snow does not drift this year. We used to do that every single year. They did not do it last year. The Playboy Club, gone. Not Hugh Hefner's Playboy Clubs. They got one at the Palms. The show. You don't put a 1960s type of show with girls in bunny outfits when you can go to any porn site or buy porn on DirecTV or go to your computer. It's never going to work. Okay, they're good-looking girls, but it's a little bit of old school. They tried to revive something that isn't revivable, folks. That's all I'm telling you. Theo Epstein reportedly, allegedly, maybe cumulatively, I've never used that word, being rumored as the next GM of the Chicago Cubs. How'd that work for Andy McPhail? F-A-I-L, as Mike Murphy used to say. 91. They won 2 pennants in Minnesota. He goes to the Cubs. Now he's off to Baltimore, didn't win anything. I believe that Theo Epstein will spend, if he's hired, 3 to 5 years with the Cubs, end up looking like Gary Busey, and then end up taking over a team like, I don't know, the Atlanta Braves or something, and go into relative obscurity. It's not going to work here, Theo. And if you don't bring Terry Francona with you, don't do it. Playoff games going on. baseball going on, football going on, but we're a little bit short of time here. I'll just say this. The New York Yankees got the Detroit Tigers tonight. Philadelphia getting their way. Texas wins their game. See you later. I mean, so St. Louis, all sorts of stuff happening. A lot of playoff action. By the way, weather, beautiful today. Fall-like. High of 70 here in Chicago. Check your local listings around the country. You've been listening to the 30 and 5 here on 560WIND.com. Flood Brothers Disposal and Recycling Services are professional waste haulers. Now, the Flood family is big on service. It's our #1 priority, and we offer extremely competitive pricing because the Flood family is here to help you in this tough economy. Remember, at Flood Brothers, we build relationships, and the only thing we're big on is service. Call us at 773-626-5800 or floodbrothersdisposal.com.